to hear is not a coincidence, not a random moment, and not something that simply passed before your eyes. This is a divine pull, a spiritual signal that has reached your spirit because heaven has something urgent, gentle, and deeply transformative to whisper to you. Archangel Michael steps forward with a presence so soft and yet so powerful that your soul can feel the shift even before your mind understands it. He says your name has been spoken in the higher realms, spoken with urgency, spoken with protection, spoken with love, and spoken with the intention of reaching you before the night turns over into the next day. He says the energy around you has been shifting, the atmosphere of your home has been trembling with spiritual activity, and your intuition has been tugging at you, trying to pull you toward this exact moment. This is not just a message. This is a divine arrival. My beloved, Archangel Michael says the night you are standing in right now is not an ordinary night. Something sacred is happening behind the veil, something aligned with your destiny, something connected to your inner calling, something tied to the silent prayers you whispered when you couldn't find the words to express your heaviness. He says heaven has been listening to the cries you never let escape your lips, the thoughts you kept locked inside your heart, the fear you tried to hide with your smile, and the quiet strength you carried even when your spirit felt weakened. Heaven saw you, heaven heard you, heaven felt you, and tonight heaven reaches out to you. My child, there has been a spiritual stirring around your home, a subtle vibration in your environment that you may have sensed without fully understanding. Maybe your nights felt heavier, maybe your thoughts wandered deeper, maybe your emotions felt more intense, or maybe a strange uneasiness followed you from room to room. You may have dismissed it as stress or fatigue, but Michael says it was spiritual preparation. A clearing, a cleansing, a rearranging of energies. He says you were being prepared for revelation. You were being prepared for truth. You were being prepared for divine protection to step in and for divine clarity to fall upon your spirit like a soft but unmistakable touch. You are here right now, listening to this message, because heaven could not allow you to miss it. My beloved, Archangel Michael shows me a light entering your home gently, slowly, peacefully, but with the strength to break every chain of heaviness that has been clinging to your spirit for months. He says you have been carrying burdens too heavy for one heart, burdens you never spoke aloud, burdens you thought you had to carry alone because no one truly understood your inner world. But tonight, he says that weight begins to lift. The invisible pressure around your heart begins to loosen. The fog around your thoughts begins to clear. The confusion around your next step begins to fade. Tonight, heaven intervenes. My child, Michael says someone connected to your home, either living with you, emotionally tied to you, or spiritually linked to your path, has been observed closely by heaven. Their intentions, their hidden thoughts, their silent decisions, and their energy toward you have been watched carefully. Something about their energy has been shifting, and heaven does not want you to walk blindly. He whispers that truth is emerging. Truth is coming forth, not to harm you but to protect you, not to scare you but to prepare you, not to trouble you but to free you from confusion and emotional entanglement. He says the truth that reveals itself tonight or in the coming days will feel like clarity entering a dark room. You will sense it before it arrives. You will feel it in your intuition, in your chest, in your spirit. Your heart will say, "This is what I was feeling all along." My beloved, heaven says your intuition is awakening. The gift inside you that has been asleep, ignored, or suppressed due to fear, doubt, or exhaustion is rising again. You have always felt things deeply. You have always sensed shifts before they happened. You have always caught emotional changes in others before they admitted anything. You are spiritually sensitive, spiritually gifted, spiritually aware. And that spiritual sensitivity is needed now more than ever. Michael says your intuition will reveal a truth that words may not express. Your heart will understand before your mind does. And when revelation comes, it will not break you. It will free you. My child, you have been walking through a season of delays, obstacles that made no sense, emotional blockages you couldn't explain, and a strange heaviness that followed you even when life looked normal on the outside. Heaven says the delays were not punishment. They were protection. Something was not ready. Someone was not ready. An energy around you was not aligned. A situation in your life was not clear enough to move forward. But tonight, as the spiritual realm shifts in your favor, the delays begin to break. Michael shows me a rope snapping after being pulled tight for too long. This rope represents the spiritual resistance around your blessings, your clarity, your peace, and your progress. The pressure you felt was not in your imagination. It was real, but the rope breaks tonight. My beloved, heaven has assigned Archangel Michael to your home tonight. His wings are stretched wide, his sword is drawn, his energy stands firm at your doorway. He says no more silent suffering, no more emotional confusion, no more spiritual heaviness, no more hidden attacks on your peace. Tonight, he declares a shift, a cleansing, a purification, a divine takeover. He wants you to know you are safe. You are watched over. You are protected. You are guided. My child, Michael reveals that someone has been thinking of you intensely. Their thoughts about you have reached the spiritual realm. Their emotions, whether guilt, fear, love, longing, confusion, or hesitation, have created a spiritual current that touched your energy. You felt this before you could understand it. You felt their presence in your spirit. You felt their heaviness mixing with yours. You felt their thoughts brushing against your intuition. And heaven says this connection is not random. Souls do not cross paths without purpose. But something about their energy needs clarity, truth, or purification, and that process begins now. My beloved, heaven says you have been blocking your own blessings unintentionally. Not because you are unworthy, but because you have been tired, wounded, and hesitant to receive. Old fears, old disappointments, old emotional wounds have created invisible walls between you and your blessings. But tonight, those walls begin to crumble. Michael whispers that a new flow begins. A flow of clarity, of peace, of spiritual awakening, of emotional release, of divine alignment. My child, the energy of your home has been shifting for days. Maybe you felt restless. Maybe your sleep was disrupted. Maybe your emotions came in waves. Maybe you felt drawn to silence, reflection, or solitude. These were signs of spiritual cleansing. Heaven has been preparing your atmosphere for blessing. Think of it like opening windows to let fresh air in after a long season of stillness. Your home is being spiritually ventilated. Old energy is leaving, new light is entering, and Michael stands guard as this transformation takes place. My beloved, there is a presence visiting your home tonight, not to scare you but to lift you. A presence of peace, of clarity, of divine order. You may feel warmth around you, a sudden calm filling your chest, a wave of emotion without explanation, a sudden release of tension, a deep breath you didn't know you were holding, or a sensation of being watched over. These are signs of spiritual realignment. Signs that heaven has stepped into your space. My child, you have been spiritually gifted since childhood, sensing things before others, feeling things deeply, picking up energies without understanding why. Life may have made you suppress this gift, but heaven is awakening it again. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a divine instrument. And it will guide you through this next phase of your journey. My beloved, someone in your life has been hiding a truth, a fear, a decision, or an emotion. Heaven is no longer allowing this to stay hidden. The truth will surface, the mask will slip, the intentions will reveal, and you will see clearly what your heart has been feeling. Whether this truth is emotional, relational, spiritual, or personal, it will set you free. You will not be left in confusion. You will not be kept in the dark. Heaven is bringing illumination. My child, Michael wants you to prepare your heart for clarity. Not chaos, not fear, clarity. Clarity that leads to peace. Clarity that leads to protection. Clarity that leads to blessings. He says the night reveals what the day tried to hide. And after tonight, your next chapter begins. My beloved, your destiny has been blocked by someone's hesitation, someone's indecision, someone's emotional distance, or someone's hidden intentions. This blockage ends now. Your spirit rises. Your path opens. Your heart awakens. Heaven declares movement in your favor. You are stepping into a new chapter, and the old chapter is closing tonight. My child, Archangel Michael's presence grows stronger now, like a warm wind brushing your skin, like a gentle pressure on your shoulders, like a whisper entering your spirit. He says you are ready. Ready for revelation, ready for healing, ready for clarity, ready for awakening. You are not the same person you were a few months ago. You have grown silently, you have endured quietly, and now you rise spiritually. My beloved, a doorway opens tonight. A spiritual doorway connected to your destiny, your relationships, your finances, your emotional peace, and your inner calling. You may not see it with your eyes, but your soul will feel it. Heaven has declared intervention. You are stepping into divine timing. What was stuck begins to move. What was hidden begins to reveal. What was delayed begins to accelerate. My child, the next 24 hours will bring a sign so clear you will not doubt it again. It may come through a message, a dream, a sudden shift, a conversation, or a feeling. But you will know. Your spirit will say this is the sign. My beloved, your storm ends tonight. Your clarity begins tonight. Your breakthrough starts tonight. Heaven has taken over, and Archangel Michael stands guard over everything connected to you. You are safe. You are chosen. You are protected. And what unfolds next is divine.